Happy Halloween! Coming up on Tech Tonight, prosecutors in South Korea are calling for a ship captain to receive the capital punishment.
And a top university is facing fraud charges. Find out the details next.
Welcome to Tech Tonight. I'm Hannah Martin.
And I'm Taylor Thiesing.
Big news for individuals who use reading glasses: you might not have to anymore. Statistics report that 1 in 5 Americans need reading glasses or bifocals. Glasses can be costly, easily lost, and are a general pain to wear. Eye doctors want to reduce the number of Americans wearing reading glasses, and it seems that Camera, a flexible, donut-shaped corneal inlay ring, might be able to change that. Dr. John Vukic works as a consultant to the company marketing the implant. The inlay is put in place via laser surgery, and the results are immediate, restoring vision right away. According to Vukic, the procedure is easier for both patients and doctors than LASIK surgery. The United States is not the first to use the corneal inlay device. It has been used in Europe since 2011 and has been used in South America and Asia. Does this product sound too good to be true? It might be. Members of an FDA advisory panel have voiced concerns regarding the safety of the camera. According to the results of a 36-month trial, 83% of patients saw improved vision, not including 44 patients, of which 86.4% who received the corneal inlay did not experience improved vision. There were also cases of hazy vision or fluid buildup in the cornea after implementation of the device. In terms of effectiveness, the FDA panel voted 7-1 in favor. In terms of safety, however, the vote was 4-5 against Camera. Despite concerns about safety and effectiveness, Dr. Ann Summers, ophthalmologist and spokesperson for the American Academy of Ophthalmology, insists the technology has great potential.
A teenager in Washington opened fire in his high school cafeteria on Friday before dying from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Freshman Jalen Freiberg fired a .40 caliber handgun at Marysville-Pilchuck High School, killing 1 person and injuring 4 others, including 2 of his cousins. The cousins, Nate Hatch and Andrew Freiberg, remain in critical condition. Shaylee Chucklenaskit and Gia Soriano are also in critical condition due to head wounds, and the female victim's identity has not been revealed. Authorities do not know what caused Freiberg to release fire. Freiberg was on the school's wrestling and football teams and had a good reputation. He was named homecoming prince only a week before the shooting. However, several social media posts suggest that a romantic relationship ended. Vigils have been held for the victims, and classes at the high school have been canceled for this week.
The Latin Link Big Little program ran throughout the week of October 20th to the 27th. Melissa Cisneros has more on the event.
Hello, I'm Melissa Cisneros with Tech Tonight. Today we're going to recap the Latin Link's Big Little Week.
The Lion Link Big Little program ran throughout the week of October 20th to the 27th. This was the 3rd year that the program has run in Lion Link. Lion Link is a cultural organization that promotes and informs what the Lion culture is about and at the same time joins people together. Karen Ojeda, the secretary of Lion Link, explains how the Big Little program began.
For the past 3 years, Latin Link has actually grown a lot, which kind of reflects back on just how much the Latino population, the student population has grown tremendously over the past couple of years in Virginia Tech. So as soon as Latin Link started to get bigger, that's when we decided, okay, like we should, expand on this.
The first event on Monday, October 20th was the movie event in West AJ. The movie shown was Sinister. On Tuesday was the second event of the Big and Little Week. It was a dinner at El Rod's, located in Blacksburg. It is a Mexican restaurant that offers a variety of Mexican dishes, ranging from tacos to enchiladas. It was a great family event for the whole Lion Link community to share dinner and small talk. The third event on Wednesday was a night out at Deets for some ice cream. Bigs and Littles, along with other general body members, joined together for some ice cream and socializing. On Friday, LASO, the Latin Association of Student Organizations, organized the gala. It was a semi-formal dance that included a 3-course meal and dancing of typical Latin genres, such as salsa and merengue. The members got to enjoy a night out and learn how to dance by salsa tech instructors. Once the weekend arrived, the next event was at Cascades Falls for an afternoon hike to enjoy the fresh air. The day ended with a bonfire at Mountain Lake. The last day was a reveal, and it was done at Sinklin Farms. The Littles received their Big's name in balloons. The Littles had to pop the balloon in order to reveal their Big's name. The found Bigs and Littles stayed together enjoying a walk through the corn maze and petting the zoo. I asked Maria Rosero, a little who participated in the week events, how she liked the week and her favorite event.
Everything was so much fun, but my favorite, I definitely have to say, Singleton Farms, because we all went as a group and we all went to the maze as a group, and it was just a really great experience.
The goal of the Big Little event is for all littles to have a mentor throughout the 4 years of college and possibly be a mentor for other littles in the upcoming years. Melissa Cisneros, Tech Tonight.
Thank you, Melissa. There has been a major update in the case of the Seoul Ferry captain who abandoned his sinking ship and hundreds of school children on board. South Korean prosecutors are calling for the death penalty for 68-year-old Lee Jun-suk, who is facing the charge of homicide through willful negligence. Capital punishment has not been used in South Korea in nearly 2 decades. It has also been requested that at least 3 of the 15 crew members, if found guilty, receive life sentences under the same charge. It is expected that charges and sentences will be delivered for all 15 crew members November 11th. Lee Jun-suk has said that although he did not intend for the accident to happen, he believes he deserves to die. The nation has divided in the wake of this tragedy, and it is hard to determine if any form of justice can remotely rectify the situation.
A university ranked among the nation's top public schools is currently facing a fraud scandal. An investigation has revealed that more than 3,000 University of North Carolina Chapel Hill students took fake classes in order to raise their grades. Nearly half of the students are athletes who needed a grade boost in order to continue playing sports. All the students have received diplomas from the university. The Southern Association of Colleges and Schools says the degrees cannot be taken away. However, the university can be put on sanction for the academic fraud. Apparently, the fraud is not a recent activity. It began 18 years ago, and many employees knew about the scandal, including 2 head football coaches and at least 5 academic advisors. Gerald Gurney, the president of the Drake Group for Academic Integrity in Collegiate Sport, says the UNC fraud is the largest and most nefarious academic scandal in the history of the NCAA. For now, officials are trying to decide possible courses of action.
The Affordable Care Act has been in place for a full year, and while it has some benefits, it has certainly garnered conservative backlash. A team of reporters and data analysts such as Dan Witters, the research director for the Gallup Healthways Wellbeing Index, got together to analyze the success, or lack thereof, of the Affordable Care Act. The Affordable Care Act aimed to lower the number of Americans without health insurance, a goal that seems to have been achieved. The number of Americans without health insurance dropped by 25% this year, which equates to somewhere between 8 and 11 million people that are now insured. The expansion of Medicaid has been an important factor in the lowered percentage of uninsured Americans. In the states that expanded their Medicaid programs, a substantially larger reduction in uninsured citizens resulted than did in states that failed to expand their Medicaid programs. Even with a 25% drop, it is estimated that at least 30 million Americans will remain uninsured over the next several years. In terms of affordability, the ACA seems to be honoring its name, with the tendency of lowering premiums on insurance policies and encouraging competition in the insurance sector. It seems that the Affordable Care Act has had a relatively successful first year, but it will be interesting to see what happens over the next several years.
The Virginia Tech softball team held its first hit-a-thon and trick-or-treat event on October 24th. Caroline Cleary was there for the story.
I'm Caroline Cleary with Tech Tonight, and we're here at the Hokie softball field for their hit-a-thon.
The Virginia Tech softball team hosted their first hit-a-thon and trunk-or-treat event October 24th. Similar to a home run derby, each Virginia Tech softball player got 10 swings, and their longest distance counted for the pledge. They also had celebrity batters such as Whit Babcock, Buzz Williams, and Shane Beamer. Each person donated to a particular athlete or celebrity and could choose the amount per foot they wanted to donate. Following the hit-a-thon was a trunk-or-treat event for all the kids. They were encouraged to wear their costumes, and as you can see, the softball team followed suit.
Virginia Tech softball field, I'm Caroline Cleary with Tech Tonight.
Thank you, Caroline. Looking for a fun, family-friendly activity for Halloween? You won't need to travel far. The Moss Arts Center will be transformed into the Land of Oz for Tech or Treat. The event is on Wednesday, October 29th from 5 to 8 p.m. It will feature Yellow Brick Road themed technologies and many new research projects that have been created by students and faculty from the Institute for Creativity, Arts, and Technology. Children will be able to learn about the students' work using lights, robots, computers, and much more. Visitors will be able to walk through a luminescent forest where lights change brightness based on movement. Visitors can also print magical keys from the Oz vendor, which uses 3D printing technology. The Institute for Creativity, Arts, and Technology and the Center for the Arts at Virginia Tech are hosting the event. It is free to the public and will be held in the Grand Lobby and the Cube in the Moss Arts Center.
Help Save the Next Girl, a nonprofit organization, sponsored a candlelight vigil for Hannah Graham. Courtney Duke has more on the story.
This is Courtney Duke with Tech Tonight. In just a few hours, hundreds of students are expected to gather for Hannah Graham's vigil on the Jewel Field. The remains of University of Virginia student Hannah Graham were found October 18, 8 miles from where she was last seen. The suspect in the case, Jesse Matthew, also has been linked with Morgan Harrington, a Virginia Tech student who was found dead January 2010. Help Save the Next Girl, a nonprofit organization, sponsored a candlelight vigil for Hannah Graham on the 5th anniversary of when Harrington was last seen.
And we will light our candles, and every candle will say, "We love you, Hannah Graham."
The crowd showed their love and support for the two girls and their families with great enthusiasm, shouting 241, Graham's last words spoken to her mother, meaning "I love you too much, forever, and one more time."
We are Virginia Tech.
We are Virginia Tech.
We are UVA.
We are UVA.
Hokies.
Hokies.
Cavaliers.
Cavaliers.
241, Hannah.
241, Hannah.
241.
This is Courtney Duke with Tech Tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Courtney. Hazmat suits, quarantine, preliminary testing, a plethora of methods are being utilized by the medical field worldwide in an effort to fight the Ebola epidemic. The newest method, however, is a bit surprising. Text messaging could help slow the spread of Ebola. The International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies is working with cell phone provider Airtel and the government in Sierra Leone to send health reminders via text message. These health reminders include assuring citizens that health workers must wear hazmat suits around contaminated patients, a hotline to call should an individual be experiencing worrying symptoms, and reminding citizens that proactive measures produce better end results. Ebola has been running rampant in Africa since April and has since made its way to the United States. Since the outbreak, the Trilogy Emergency Relief Application System has sent out about 2 million text messages a month in Sierra Leone. Terra is able to send a text message to every phone that has been turned on in a specific region. The text messages are of no cost to the recipients. Not only are the text messages sent out, but they can be received by Terra as well, allowing medical authorities to answer basic questions about the disease. Despite the fact that the literacy rate in Sierra Leone is only 43%, Red Cross and Terra officials say that dispersing informative text messages is a successful way to raise awareness and encourage that proper precautions be taken. The Red Cross is hoping to have Terra operating in over 40 countries in the next 5 years.
Blacksburg Baptist Church is hosting their annual Trunk or Treat event on Friday, October 31st from 4 to 6 p.m. Trunk or Treat is a safe alternative to door-to-door trick-or-treating. The entire community is invited and more than 500 children attend the event. The children move from vehicle to vehicle, which have decorated trunks filled with candy. This year, the church is offering 15 to 20 pre-made decorative kits for volunteers to use in their trunks. There are cash prizes for the best decorated vehicle. However, you will not be eligible for the cash prize if you use a pre-made kit. The children's ministry still needs candy donations and volunteers to decorate trunks and hand out candy. Donations can be dropped off in the boxes in the main entrance of the church, and you can register to participate at blacksburgbaptist.org. Stay tuned for your entertainment news.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now.
Well, have you tried saving?
Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Hey, Mom. I got the job.
You've got the job. Welcome aboard.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Donate to Goodwill. Help provide job training in your community.
Do your part. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank today.
Hi, I'm Carly Gillespie.
And I'm Becky Schumar with your entertainment news.
When it comes to Hollywood, nothing good ever seems to last. Actress Jennifer Lawrence and musician Chris Martin have called their relationship quits after just 4 short months of dating. The pair had been dating since June, just 4 months after Jennifer Lawrence split with her longtime boyfriend Nicholas Hoult, and Martin separating with his wife Gwyneth Paltrow of 10 years. Their relationship was notoriously private, both never discussing their relationship publicly. However, both stars appear to be taking the breakup well. Just mere hours after the split, the Hunger Games star was spotted in Santa Monica all smiles.
TLC has said goodbye to Here Comes Honey Boo Boo after it was discovered that June Shannon, aka Mama June, was dating a convicted child molester fresh out of jail. Mama June denies having contact with Mark McDaniel, claiming she hasn't seen him since he was released from prison in March. However, 2 pictures surfaced of them shopping for a house together, as well as a picture of June buying him a car. Mama June insists that the photos are a fake, but the cancellation is real. TLC has ended all activities around the series effective immediately.
Is it actually possible to find true love on reality TV? This proves to be a tough question to answer, seeing that another couple from ABC's hit reality show The Bachelor has reportedly split. Rumors of most recent Bachelor Juan Pablo Galavis and fiancée Nikki Farrell's split began after the two unfollowed each other from social media Tuesday morning. Since disconnecting with one another on Twitter, the two have been subtweeting snide messages directed at each other. The breakup comes after Galavis and Farrell gave it a try on VH1's show Couples Therapy to fix their crumbling relationship.
Harry Potter fans are extra excited about Halloween this year. J.K. Rowling announced last Friday on her website, www.pottermore.com, that she has prepared a 1,700-word story about the witch and former Hogwarts professor Dolores Umbridge that will appear on her website today, Halloween. Rowling said that it would include revealing first-person thoughts about Dolores Umbridge, who first appeared on the 5th Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
It looks like there might be some talent in the Kardashian genes after all. Kim Kardashian, for her 34th birthday, received the present of a lifetime from no other than her 1-year-old daughter, North West. Kardashian's husband, Kanye West, bought a Hermes bag that North painted herself. West took video of North painting the bag, worth an upwards of $60,000, and gave the video and handbag to Kim as her present. However, their future little Picasso stayed behind for the birthday festivities as the couple celebrated in style at the Tao nightclub in Las Vegas.
The Laramie Project, which is a play following the aftermath of a scandalous and deadly hate crime against a college student in Laramie, Wyoming, and the follow-up of the project, the Laramie Project 10 Years Later, which revisits the town, will be put on by Virginia Tech's School of Performing Arts starting this Sunday, November 2nd. Buy the ticket for the Laramie Project, and you'll get a ticket for the Laramie Project 10 Years Later half off. It will be showing at the Squire Studio Theater until November 19th. Stay tuned for your sports news.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now.
Well, have you tried saving?
Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Hey, Mom. I got the job.
You've got the job. Welcome aboard.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Donate to Goodwill. Help provide job training in your community.
Do your part. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank today.
Hi, I'm Rachel Thompson.
And I'm Tom Betta with your sports news.
Serena Williams claimed the WTA Finals title after beating Simona Halep 6-3 and 6-0 on Sunday. This is Williams' 5th overall WTA title and her 3rd successive title. Though Williams had been suffering from a bad knee in her previous competition, she still took home the $2 million first prize. She also had a breed of orchid named after her for winning. Williams said she's so excited about winning the Billie Jean King Trophy. She came back strong after losing to Halep 4 days earlier with a solid game plan in mind. Williams also had the season-end top ranking for the 4th time.
In NFL news, the Redskins pulled a surprise upset in overtime against the Cowboys on Monday night, beating Dallas 20-17 on their home turf. In overtime, Redskins' third-string quarterback and Texas native Colt McCoy marched Washington down the field, not missing a throw, leading to kicker Kai Forbath's game-winning 40-yard field goal. Overall, McCoy performed well, completing 25 of 30 passes and throwing for 299 yards. Dallas quarterback Tony Romo was sidelined in the third quarter because of a hard sack by Redskins linebacker Keenan Robinson, but eventually returned for overtime. However, despite Romo's dramatic return, the Cowboys' final drive never materialized and ended with Redskins rookie Bashaud Breeland knocking away Romo's final 4th down pass. The upset was the Redskins' first NFC East victory this season, bringing their record to 3-5.
This weekend was not a winning one for some of the Hokies teams. The football team lost 30-6 Thursday night, scoring their only touchdown with only a minute 30 left on the clock. This is the second loss in a row for the Hokies, after Pittsburgh beat them 21-16. Virginia Tech football is currently 7th place, last in the Coastal ACC rankings. In men's soccer news, Virginia Tech lost to Notre Dame 3-1 on Saturday. Freshman Ricardo John scored the only goal of the game, making it his 5th team-leading goal. Despite the loss, head coach Mike Brizendin says he's pleased with the work rate of the guys. The Hokies' conference record is currently 2 wins, 4 losses, and 1 tie.
After last Thursday's tough loss to Miami, the Hokies are looking to get back on track against Boston College. Saturday's 12:30 matchup at Lane Stadium will mark the 23rd all-time meeting between Virginia Tech and Boston College, in which the Hokies hold a 15-7 series edge. While Tech lost in Chestnut Hill last season, the Hokies had won 5 straight against the Eagles before that game, and Tech is 6-3 all-time against BC at home. There will be a special introduction during halftime recognizing 6 former student athletes who have been selected for induction to the Virginia Tech Sports Hall of Fame.
Stephanie Hetherington's water broke at Kauffman Stadium shortly before Game 1 of the World Series was scheduled to begin. The baby was not due for another week, and it took the Hetheringtons by surprise. As Royals fans, Stephanie and her husband were disappointed with the loss of the first game. However, they said that they wouldn't change anything else about the circumstances. Baby Allie Francis was born before midnight Tuesday, weighing 7 pounds and 8 ounces. In this year's World Series, the Kansas City Royals go against the San Francisco Giants to see who can take the title. The Giants have already claimed 7 titles, but the Royals have claimed only 1.
It was a successful weekend for Virginia Tech swim and dive, with both the men's team and women's team defeating Duke. The men won by a score of 180-115, and the women won 175-116. In all, Tech had a total of 22 first-place finishes, with divers sweeping all 4 events and swimmers setting 4 pool records. Hokies coach Ned Skinner said, quote, "I was very proud of the way our team bounced back today. Our leadership is outstanding, and it showed in our results today," end quote. The next meet for Tech swim and dive will be against Pittsburgh at Notre Dame on November 7th and 8th.
According to ESPN, running back Marshawn Lynch of the Seattle Seahawks may not be returning next year. The team is becoming wary of his no-show tendencies and his locker room distractions. The Seahawks would have put him up for trade, but he broke his foot last week, making him less desirable to other teams. According to a tweet from the NFL's Ian Rappaport, Lynch had barely been communicating with his coaches lately. Lynch has been with the Seahawks since 2010. He is currently number 10 in the NFL with 420 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns.
The Pac-12 has passed sweeping reforms for all of the conference's sports, guaranteeing 4-year scholarships, improving healthcare benefits, and liberalizing transfer rules. The proposals in these reforms include many of the changes outlined in a letter written back in May addressed to university leaders in the 5 major college sports conferences. Washington State President Elson Floyd, the chairman of the Pac-12 CEO group, said in a statement that the changes announced by the conference fulfill, quote, "a promise we made when we announced our agenda for reform earlier this year," end quote. The Pac-12 also said its presidents discussed how it could lessen the time demands on athletes. The conference said it will continue to examine the subject with athletes and leaders at the other major football conferences, which include the Atlantic Coast, Big Ten, Big 12, and Southeastern Conference.
So Tom, what's your Halloween costume for this year?
Well, I guess you could say I'm a printer because I be jammin'. So, what are you?
Pretty corny, Tom.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want a printer that's constantly jamming all the time.
Full out Rasta, you know.
Oh, Rastafarian.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I'm Pocahontas. I don't
nice,
have
yeah.
the little thing on my shoulder, but when I go out, I'll put it on my shoulder, you know, when it's the red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be a good time to put it on, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I noticed that your hat isn't multicolored. What's up
Well,
with that?
it's actually, I would call it a hokey themed Rasta hat. I said hot.
You're
instead of
already
hat.
feeling it. I mean, you're already
Yeah.
feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
How do you
It's-
feel about that? You know?
Well, I guess I feel hot because it's, you know, it makes my ears hot.
Well, that'll be good because, you know, it's probably gonna be cold out there
Yeah.
on Halloween. And I just noticed that you have a little pink thing.
Yeah. It's just
It's okay.
the Rasta's rubbing off on me.
Oh,
So
absolutely, I can see that. But it's
I'm
it's
slowly morphing into Haile Selassie.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's it for Tech Tonight. I'm Rachel Thompson.
And I'm Tom Beto. See you back next week. Have a happy Halloween.